Hello, and welcome back to Purposeful Woman podcast and a video show on YouTube. And today I really want to talk with you about one super awesome lead generation, connection builder, community builder tool. It's a summit. So I've been hosting summits since last year, and we are launching our next one in March 22nd. It's going to be our biggest event of 50 speakers together, 1 week long, live workshops, pre-recorded sessions, sponsors, and just super awesome community. So I wanted to share with you how am I getting prepared, how am I launching, what I do in order to create this huge event of combining 50 speakers. It's a lot, trust me. So I started my very first summit. It was 25 people. I spent about 3 months and I was exhausted, overwhelmed. I was just not feeling my best. That's when I got sick and got Bell's palsy that caused by overwork and overstressing, where half of my face was paralyzed. So I don't want anyone experiencing overwork and overstress. And that's why I want to share with you steps that I do and the phases, the 4 phases that I believe it's the essential for you to create the best summit, the best experience for you, and the best experience for speakers and attendees. So there's a 4 phases that I think it's the crucial, and you get to work in cycles. So the first phase, it's preparation. You get to prep, and it's not like a working time. You get to actually do research on your speakers, research on your tagline or your name, on what do market want for you to solve the problem. So you get to figure out what is your ideal client problem that they want you to solve for them, and create something based on that. Because we always think about monetization strategies and how can we turn that prospects in our clients. So you get to really take time because it's crucial. This is going to be based, it's all summit going to be depend on what exactly you have done, how, because your research, how much speakers do you have, and you will see why is it important. Because if you don't have a great research and a great list of the speakers, if you don't know what's your tagline, what's your date, what is the best, I don't know, moon cycle for you to launch the summit, then it won't perform as smooth as it could be. So we spent a massive time on researching speakers, creating a huge amount of list of speakers, and we do not email them that time. We only prepare them together so we know when we are going to do our next phase, we are going to email them. So with the phase number 2, it will be onboarding. And onboarding process includes sending emails, inviting people, and also recording, getting on the phone call with them if they have more questions. So you get on the phone with them and you book your recording session with them if it's pre-recorded. And if it's live, just always make sure to connect with your speakers, always on the phone or on a Zoom call, but don't let it be just in emails. Because summit success determined by your relationship with speakers. And that's going to be crucial in the next phase, which is promo phase. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about onboarding phase. Like once you record sessions, you get to create the promo materials. And that's where I want you to focus after you record it, because you might change some ideas about how your email is going to be written, what you spoke on the summit, what you have recorded. If it's pre-recorded, then you get to shift and adapt for the results that you will provide by interviews. And I found this really helpful because sometimes speakers, they will say, okay, my talk title is From Stress to Success. But what we end up speaking on the interview will be Facebook groups, So if you want to prepare all the materials up front, that means that it won't be relevant to the video interview. So I always make sure that while I'm recording, if I have a bio edits, if I have any other suggestions, I make sure to edit them while I'm with speaker on interview and aligned on how we're going to present that and how we're going to present that. So the next phase is promo phase, and that is the most exciting. You get to stretch into your promoter and be excited and stay in touch with your speakers, because that's the phase where a lot of speakers fall through and they fall short, they forget to email, they don't have time to insert your promo materials to their broadcasting, they're just super busy. So what you really want to do, and what I found works amazingly, is to create community with the speakers. Stay in touch with them. Send them a message, say, hi, I'm just super excited again for the summit. Let's stay in touch. Like, you don't want to lose people, and you don't want to do preparation phase and promo phase really too far apart, because people excited once they are communicating with you, they're having fun, they're recording. But if it's too far apart, like 3 months, then they just forget. We're human beings, we have so much things going on, so they just forget about it. And you want to stay in touch. You want to stay in touch. If you want to set up, I found works well in my summit, set up a call with every speaker together, so you are bonding, you are friends, you are families, you are besties for the promotional time. So that's where you get to really be excited about it. And so then you lunch, and that's the promo phase, and then you thank them. That's where you get to celebrate your success. And look, on this phase, a lot of times we're just so tired and like, oh, exhausted, just exhausted by the amount of work we've done. And sometimes there's a technological breakdowns. I remember one of my summit fell so short that all my promo material emails went to almost spam to everybody. And people forgot, they didn't promote. And what happened, that we were going live, but there was not many people, just the ones that I brought from my email list, or a couple of people that just really, what I was in a really good relationship, they remembered about it just perfectly. But most of the speakers just went to spam and they didn't see it. So, and then you can really loosen up because you're so tired. You've been preparing and doing all the things, and speakers might not be promoting as much as you want, and you won't have a result. But that's where you get to push through, and that's where your leadership is going to kick in, because you got to follow up with speakers and ask them to promote again. Nothing wrong with this. With my first summit, I found that when I went back, it was 3-day event. When I went back on the second day and asked speakers to promote one more time, just say, hey, the summit, it's live, tune in, and there is amazing interviews, and promote again on social media, that's what a lot of people came, because they were having some time to watch today or tomorrow, and they were curious about it, and the topic was relevant. So that's created a lot of leads as well during the live time. It might be not live, it might be pre-recorded time, but that's when your emails goes out. So again, it's a prep phase. What you've learned here today, it's the prep phase, the first one. Then is onboarding phase. There is a promo phase, and there is a lunch phase. That's the 4 phases of summits. And of course, there's so much more details. There's so much more details and so much more fun and mistakes that we can do. But that's just, you gotta really have this vision and start from the end, really push through, and don't make it 6 months apart. Do the prep phase, like not connecting, not doing any, sending any emails, like do the prep phase maybe as much as you want, but then the whole preparation and promo and launch phase, you get to make it shorter. So it's a fresh in the mind, it's exciting after just recording. All right, and our summit is going to be a 22nd March. I'd love to invite you there it's a 1-week event with 15 amazing speakers, 7 speakers a day. There's a pre-recorded versions that you will receive and watch at any time when you can. And also live workshops. That's going to make it so exciting. You're going to meet other attendees and speakers. You will have a chance to ask them questions. And I absolutely love to invite you. It's called Purposeful Woman, How to Build Your High Vibe Business Without Soul Crushing and Burnout. So if you want to learn, we're going to speak a lot about how to stay confident, how to be confident and build your business from ground up, from absolutely ground up, and how to stay in your leadership, how to have strong mindset, how to have a great branding, do great storytelling, copywriting. It's going to be amazing. All right, I would love to invite you there. And again, thank you for watching on YouTube, and thank you for if you're listening on podcast. And with you was Viktoriia Miracle. I'm grateful for you here. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. And if you love this episode and you would love to see more of that, click the subscribe button to Purposeful Woman Podcast. And don't forget to text us to stay in tune with the Purposeful community for awesome tricks by texting to number +1 401 399 4105, and we will link descriptions in the episode to all of that we mentioned today. Bye. Turn your one day to day one with a purposeful day.